Vedanta Shastra Persistent one-pointedness of the mind, processing the emotional and mental residuals of the lower consciousness levels, and thereby surrendering all self-identities and mental belief systems, will certainly take us into the higher levels of consciousness. So, what is to be done by us in order to attain the higher levels of consciousness? The first requirement, persistent one-pointedness of the mind. One-pointedness. Our whole mind is focused on one thing. Not 10 things, not 2, 3 things, that also, this also, something else also. Only on one thing. That also persistently, continuously, persistent one-pointedness of the mind. First condition, first step, first practice, persistent one-pointedness of the mind. You have to learn to focus on one thing for a certain period of time. And steadily focus on that, continuously focus on that, remain focused on that. Which is very important. And then processing what you have to process. Otherwise you are processing so many things in our mind. Processing all the mental and emotional residuals of the lower consciousness levels. Like anger, greed, lust, hatred, ill will, negativity, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, dharma, irsha, asura, ityadi. All those things are mental, emotional residuals of the lower consciousness levels. The moment we entertain them, our consciousness level falls. Few moments of hatred, it falls. Few moments of anger, it falls. Greed, or anything, we need not do research on that, we already know, because we are regularly involved with at least few of those things. So, it falls. So we have to process them. Processing means bringing them to the light of our awareness, studying them, analyzing them, understanding that they are not good, understanding that they are draining all our energy and keeping us right down to the lower consciousness levels. Mental and emotional residuals of lower consciousness levels, and thereby surrendering all mental identities, meaning I am angry, I am greedy, I am having that hatred, for example, like that, identifying with those things and thinking them to be true, thinking them to be real, thinking them to be very important, thinking them to be compulsory, thinking them to be unavoidable. That is why people can't avoid their emotions of lower levels or thoughts of lower levels. Constantly thinking of others, complaining, in spite of everything being well, still complain. Because there is no end to the expectation. Forgetting one's own dharma and then trying to do other paradharma. So, these mental identities have to be surrendered. And mental belief system, self-identities, they are called self-identity, egoistic identities, small self-identities, then mental belief systems. There are beliefs. For example, ego is very important for survival. Without obeying the orders of the ego, how it is possible? Identification with the thought is a must. Like that. So, mental belief systems. So, we have to surrender them, processing the the mental and emotional residuals of the lower consciousness levels, bringing them to our life, bringing them to our understanding, bringing them to our analysis, studying them. Otherwise, we only recognize them in others, when others recognize them in us, for a few moments we will know them, then we will forget about them, and again we will be caught in the network of those things. So, we have to process them and then surrender self-identities and mental belief system. This will take us to whom you have to surrender these things? To God, to our Ishtadevata, to Paramatma, you have to surrender them. Just offer them, leave them. So, consistent application of even one spiritual principle or any spiritual principle can raise us to a very higher level of consciousness. We can get a major leap in the levels of consciousness. One spiritual principle, if we hold on to it, consistent application, continuous application. All that is required is continuously. You have to do this. Okay, for a change we can try. One day we can sit down. 10 minutes processing time. What is that negative quality or emotion which is bothering me, which is draining all of my energy, which is not allowing me to progress? So bringing it into analytical level and then see what it is clearly. And then remember how we involved in those things in earlier times and then created difficult situation for ourselves because of their involvement. And thereafterwards, withdraw that identity with it. But I am this emotion, I am involved with this is mine. And then the belief system that these things are necessary, these things are going to give some satisfaction, these things are giving some secret pleasure, some hidden return. All this has to be surrendered, that mental belief system. Once we surrender them to God, automatically we transcend them, we go beyond them. This much we have to do. We have to sit with ourselves and try 10 minutes. If we try like that, after some time, regularly if we try like that, we will definitely overcome that block, that emotional block or mental block. So then hold on to a spiritual principle, continuously apply, and then naturally we will gain higher levels of consciousness. That is why it is said, enlightenment is the consequence of the surrender of all dualistic illusions to divinity, to the truth. Dualistic illusions, these are all dualistic illusions. Because these are all products of avidya and adhyasa. Avidya is there and adhyasa they have identified with them. Superimposed. So, we need to surrender. The consequence of surrendering all dualistic illusions is enlightenment. And not only that, all suffering ends. All suffering ends with the dissolution of ego's mentally programmed structures. The ego's mentally programmed structures. If we can surrender them, suffering ends. So suffering, logically it might appear to be caused by some external factors, some external beings, some external situation. May be true from a logical standpoint, but actually it is caused because of ego's mentally programmed structures. Over the period of years, there are certain programs got established in us, settled down in us, grew in us. So we need to surrender them. Once we surrender them, then we go beyond these limitations. That is why it is that the straightest way to enlightenment is by transcending the limitations of the ego or the limitations of the mind. How? By surrendering them to divinity or dedicate them to God. It is for you to take them away. In dedication to God, leave it at His feet. All limitations. Limitations, people will tell us what are our limitations. But that is not the ultimate analysis, because scriptural understanding should teach us what is limitation. Whatever other person doesn't agree with us, that they call it as limitation. If they also agree with our limitation, they don't call it as limitation. They will call it unlimited company. So, the important thing here is, in the light of the scriptural understanding, the limitations, whatever are the limitations, that have to be surrendered to the divinity. Because constantly, whenever there is a conflict, whenever there is a rupture in relationship, it is limitations. The main point is limitation. Each person points out the other's limitation. You are like this, you are like that. And if you are alert enough, that is a free workshop. Because pointing it to us, they are wasting their time, they are wasting their attention, they are wasting their mind and pointing it to us. But if our ego is not in the picture, then we will understand it. Otherwise, what happens? That will block and that will react. End up in frustration. Then where is the progress? Nothing. We will remain like that. That moment is influenced for more egoistic reaction. And more frustration, more disharmony, more disturbance, more sadness. That's how relationship go on. So at that time we need to understand that we have to surrender what? All limitations of ego, all limitations of the mind are not for holding on. We need not hold on to them. Surrender them. The moment it comes up, surrender. The moment it rises, say, God, take it away. God, you are the person in charge. Now I leave it to you. You deal with it. You take it. That's all. Actually, all the Patram, Pushpam, Palam, Toyam, Ityadi, all things we offer because a day will come where we can offer these things. Where we can surrender these things directly. Anything, any limitation, unnecessarily thinking that I am great, others are not great. I have done this, but you didn't do anything. But it is also a limitation. Surrender. Who can be greater than God? Who can have more greater strength than God? Even our strength also is His strength only. We can't even speak a word. We can't even lift an atom inside our body. Or make even a neuron function in our head. Without His presence and His grace. So if we understand that, naturally we will surrender these things under Him. So that way, if we do, definitely it is the straightest way to enlightenment. Enlightenment is merely the full conscious recognition that the innate truth is the core of one's own existence. The truth, innate truth, that which is most intimate and innate to us, the innermost self, which is the truth, is the core of one's own existence. That is the core. That is what you have to understand. Rest all is not. But as of now, except that rest all are important. But later on, when the understanding dawns, that will become important, rest all will become unimportant. And God is that self-luminous principle. He will make the realization possible by Himself. Nobody else and nothing else can make this realization possible for us, even for this jiva. In the last second of realization, where it says that is called as Akandakara Vritti or sometimes Charama Vritti, sometimes after that Sakshatkara Vritti, and I am doing the Sakshatkara attack, it's gone afterwards. So, all those things happen only to that because of the self-luminous principle of God. After that merges into God and self-luminosity alone remains in awareness of its own heightened level of consciousness. That's all it is. It is also said, enlightenment means that the former personal identity, what former personal identity we have? All ego only. All that had been believed about it have been erased, have been removed, have been transcended, have been dissolved, have been displaced. Erased, removed, transcended, dissolved, displaced. And it had been replaced with the ultimate reality. So the former, meaning the ego, the limited, right now it is present for us, existing thing, that will be replaced with the divinity. The divine self from within will take over. The false projected self will dissolve. That false self is what we are right now. That itself is self-identity which is false. Mental belief system that is Atma is again has to be surrendered. Self-identity surrender. Mental belief system surrender. Our identity is with this ego which is false. And we think that it is everything, that it Atma. That is again mental belief system. False. Surrender it. That is all you have to surrender. Whatever I think I am, surrender it. If that is done, then definitely we will be evolving into the higher levels of consciousness. Then, now getting into the Sidhantha Sindhu of Ramaraya Kavi. Starts off with a point number 116 in Sidhantha Sindhu. Starts off with a very nice example, very subtle, very deep, but very clear. In the presence of Mandara Pushpam, which is always generally red in color, in the presence of that Mandara Pushpam, the red flower, in front of mirror, the mirror also looks red because of this presence of the flower. The mirror looks red. Mirror has no red color. Because of the presence of Mandara Pushpam, red in color, it looks red. Mirror looks red in color. The redness in the mirror is only superimposition. It is not real. Superimposition of the color of Mandara Pushpam onto that. It is not real or it is not natural. If we remove that flower, the redness in the mirror goes away. That is all it is. If you remove, it will go away. But if it is there, redness will be there. And at that time, if you and I look into mirror, there is a possibility that our face also is influenced by redness. Possibilities are the red color, red shade. Our face also looks as if it is red. It is not really red, but it appears to be red, which is not real, of course. It is only superimposition of Mandara Pushpam's red color in the mirror, and we look into the mirror. Our face in the mirror looks red. When our face in the mirror looks red, we may think our face is red. Come on, please understand this. Possibility to think our face is red. Possibility is there to think our face didn't become red. Nor our reflection is red. Or even the mirror is red. Neither mirror is red, or reflection is red, or face is red. But all will look red. And they are not red. All will look red, but they are not red. We can't say it is not red color. Red is there. Transactionally, experientially, red is there. But really, red is not there. But for our eye, red is there. 1 second, if you take away the redness, red flower, all redness vanishes from the mirror, from the reflection, from the face, which was never there. Which was never there. Redness was never there, but it looked as if it was there. So Ramaraya Kavi, after giving this beautiful example, he says, similarly, when the Antakarana, called as Ahankara, sleeps, when the ego sleeps, in the deep sleep, when the Antakarana sleeps, Upadhi is sleeping, Antakarana sleeps, the reflection appears as if it is sleeping, the Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa is neither inacta nor absolutely real. So it appears, because the Upadhi is sleeping, it appears as if the Chidabhasa also is living. And Chidabhasa appears as if it is living. The original, which is the witnessing consciousness, which got reflected in the internal organ, which is sleeping, which is making the Chidabhasa also appear as if it is sleeping. The witness also may deludedly think it is asleep, or it appears as if it is asleep. Sleep is not there in witness, but it may appear like original face when sees itself in a mirror. It looks as if red is here also. Face is red there. Redness is not there, but it may happen. May be possibility of a delusion. so-called identification with the Chidabhasa, and that with so-called identification with the Antahakarana, and that mainly an ego going into sleep, merging into Ajnana. It looks, it appears as if this is happening. So, then Ramaraya says, that is the reason, because the witness also appears to be sleeping, and then witness gets the remembrance, I have slept well. When we wake up, after waking up, when the thought, first when the mind wakes up, the first thought that happens there, I slept very happily. But who was there actually? Witness was there. Witness only was there, but witness did not sleep. But sleep only happened to the internal organ. But Chidabhasa also appeared as if sleeping. But still samskaras are there active inside the Ajnana there, inside the Antakarana there. So then this, just as the real face never had red color, reflection in the mirror never had red color, mirror never had red color, but still red color appeared everywhere. Like that, this also appears as if the witness, actually witness does not have deep sleep by itself, but due to delusion, Bhranti, it appears to be Sushupti. Beautiful analysis, very nice analysis. So, this is all not really there, but it appears. So, the witness consciousness superimposes the dharma of the ego. The dharma of the ego on itself and thinks, I slept happily or unhappily. Sometimes unhappiness also is there. Ramaraya very deeply analyzes that. Unhappiness also is possible. Bed is not good. Something is poking, and then no proper air. Then I did not sleep happily. I could be there. Not that always I slept happily. Sometimes I did not sleep also. Then he says, Pramana Janya Jnanam and Sukhadi Jnanam depend upon internal organ. Pramana Janya Jnanam, Vritti Pramana, Trudha Pramana, whatever knowledge we gain, or the happiness and other things we gain, they depend upon internal organ. But Smarana Jnanam, Smriti, doesn't depend upon internal organ, it depends upon witnessing consciousness. So when after waking up, remembering I have slept happily, it belongs to witnessing consciousness, Smarana, not to internal organ. Internal organ, merge. So then he says, this is understood by the strength of Guru Upadesha. By the strength of Guru Upadesha, the internal organ gives birth to Brahma Akara Vritti. When the internal organ gives birth to Brahma Akara Vritti, the avidya gets negated. Avidya gets negated by it. Then Antakarana Vritti destroys avidya. The Antakarana Vritti destroys avidya. Only Brahmakara Antakarana Vritti can destroy avidya. Once it is destroyed, Antakarana Vritti Jnanam is gained. That itself is real Jnanam there because of Mahavakya Brahmakara Vritti. So that is the knowledge, that is not delusion. But avidya Vritti Jnanam is delusion. Once that mind is removed, mind gone. Definitely, once the Brahmakara Vritti eradicates avidya, avidya gone, the byproduct of avidya, the mind gone, and the contents of the mind gone, everything goes. And even Brahmakara Vritti also goes away, and what remains there is only Brahman with no Akara. Brahman. All can be possible with one Brahmakara Vritti. Now connect the first statement with the start with persistent one-pointedness of the mind. Persistent one-pointed Brahmakara Vritti in the mind. That is enough to take care. But right now what is there? Vishayakara is there, TV Akara, movie Akara, actor Akara, politics Akara, newspaper Akara, magazine Akara, all the karas. All the karas modifications are there. Why we are not able to leave them? So much of thick superimposition. Thinking that the identification, self-identification not necessary. It is not required. And can be surrendered. So these akaras have to be surrendered. Nothing else. All the akaras only are to be surrendered. Later on, we will see the process by which these residuals of lower consciousness levels, totally whatever is anatma, how can it be removed? How can it be analytically removed? There is a very nice process of Anvaya Vyatireka process, very nicely, briefly dealt by Madhusudana Saraswati, little elaborately dealt by Ramaraya. We will come to that. Before we go to that, let us do something about dream is mentioned by Ramaraya Kavi. When the vasanas and indriya vrittis in internal organ are not working, vasanas not working, indriya vrittis not working, and the experience or gaining of the object at that time is working, that is called as swapna, dream. Object is being gained, vasanas and indriya vrittis in internal organ are not working. So what works? Avidya vrittis work. So then one analysis is there. Vata dhatu, pitta dhatu and shleshma dhatu. How it is connected here. So sushupti, alasyam, moham, infatuation, delay and deep sleep, etc. are due to vata dhatu. Vata. More vata, more like this. Till somebody gives one vata. Whatever it is. So dream and unmadana, there is madness, behaving erratically. All that is because of pitta dhatu. Next, waking state or samadhi state are connected with shleshma dhatu. So, in this, pitta pradhanam, pittam becomes pradhanam and other two apradhanam, that is swapna. When pittam becomes pradhanam, other two apradhanam, it is swapna. The one who has them is Dasa, which is also Jyoti, which is Dasa Jiva. So in dream, the Jiva illumines dream objects. Without sun, moon, any other sources of light, Jiva only illumines all the dream objects and has nice fun with them. That is why it is called as Dasa. And then Ramaraya says, Prarabdha is cause for waking state and dream state. Because of Prarabdha, we get into waking state from the deep sleep and we get into dream state. But Prarabdha Kshayam is cause for deep sleep. Every day, that day is Prarabdha Kshayam, we go to deep sleep. And suddenly Prarabdha wakes up and then we wake up into waking state. So Antakaranam remains in causal state in the form of Ajnana, in the form of samskaras in the internal organ, is suppressed in ignorance. In waking, we gain the knowledge of objects through the vritti of internal organ. In dream, through avidya, we gain padartha jnana. In waking state, through vritti of antakarana. In dream state, through vritti of avidya, we gain padartha jnana. And there is kevala anubhavakara, sukhakara, ajnanakara, inexplicable avidya vritti in deep sleep. Oh. Avidya vritti, how it is? Kevala anubhavakara. Sukhakara, Ajnanakara, Anubhavakara of the form of experience, Sukhakara of the form of happiness, Ajnanakara of the form of ignorance. Inexplicable, you can't explain only. But vritti of ignorance, avidya vritti, is in the deep sleep. That is what is there in deep sleep. To put it simple, people say avidya vritti is there in deep sleep. Now we enter into very nice analysis of Anvaya and Vyatireka. Because in 8th sloka, we already know that the three states are being analyzed, and then says Najagran Name Swapna Ova Sushupti Navishko Navadai Dasa Raknakova Avidya Makatva I am not Vishwa, Dasa, Prajna, these states are avidya, makatva, and all the products of avidya. So, trayanam turiya, I am the fourth beyond all these states. I remain as the one auspicious self, free from all attributes. So, how to say this is not me, this is not me, this is not me? What am I and what I am not? So, the process which is there in Vedanta Shastra is Anvaya Vyatireka. So, very clearly it is explained by Madhusudana Saraswati, and there is also a reference actually of this Anvaya Vyatireka to Shankaracharya, who actually very beautifully explained it. So, it is almost this same and similar. What is invariably present in all our experience and not subject to change? What is invariably present in all our experience and not subject to change is Anvaya. And what is sometimes present and sometimes absent and is therefore subject to change is Vyatireka. कभी है, कभी नहीं है, बदलते रहती है. That is Vyatireka. And what is invariably present in all our experiences and not subject to change? It never changes. It is always there in all our experiences, in all the states. That's what when it is said, Nadakran, Name, Sapna, like that, when it is said, I am not the Jagrata Avastha, I am not the Sapna, I am not the Sushupti. And who is there? Tadeko Avasishta, Chivakevaloham, to arrive at that, Anvaya Vyatireka. Beautiful analysis. So, what is invariably present in all our experience? What is always there in all our experience? Which is not subject to change, it never changes. Anvaya. What is sometimes present, sometimes absent, and subject to change. Vyatireka. This is enough. If we have this much of knowledge every moment, what is there always in our experiences which is not subject to change? And all experiences change, but that will never change. And what are all other things which will always change? Which are not always there, sometimes there, sometimes not. That is enough to remain rooted in that which is always there. This analysis is required. This is taken up in few different angles. So, Madhusudana Saraswati himself gives the example here. This is there in Sidhantha Bindu, point number 169, Anvaya Vyatireka. And then Madhusudana Saraswati gives here gold. Gold is there. Gold has Anvaya with reference to gold ring. Gold is always there with reference to gold ring. Gold ring sometimes there, sometimes not there. That can be melted and made chain, melted and made something else. Nose ring, ear ring. Anything it can be made. But gold remains. Gold is Anvaya. Ring. The ring has Vyatireka with reference to gold. Ring is Vyatireka. Both are gold only. But ring is Vyatireka. But sometimes there, sometimes not there, subject to change. Gold. All these experiences of it becoming so many forms, but gold is there. Not subject to change. Gold actually is. That is for example. So, gold is Anvaya, ring is Vyatireka. Next time when you have a ring, you can say Anvaya Vyatireka. Somebody who are doing like this, some people will do like this. What are you doing? Anvaya Vyatireka. Parabrahma sadhana I am doing. What? Anvaya Vyatireka. Ring is Vyatireka, gold is Anvaya. Very beautiful example. Next time anybody asks you, are you bored or are you feeling bad about nothing? I am doing Parabrahma sadhana, Anvaya Vyatireka. Ring. Ring also can remove suffering or add suffering. It is our choice. If it is Anvaya Vyatireka, suffering nikal gaya. Every time you see it, that person made this ring, they cheated me, left. Why all this? You can do Anvaya Vyatireka. Ring is Vyatireka. Gold is Anvaya. Suddenly you are out of suffering. No suffering. No suffering. It seems somebody was telling his friend, my love was half returned by that girl. Half returned? What is half returned? What do you mean by half returned? All my love letters, all my other various other photographs, everything she returned, except my gifts of gold ornaments. That she didn't return. Half returned. Whatever it is. So then, we also do this. Ring remains, the person gone, experiences gone, sweet moments gone, but ring remains. Then ring is Anvaya, experiences gone, sweet memories gone, all the Vyatireka. This didn't change, that changed. Probably that is why they give ring. If I am changing, my moods may change, my attitude may change, my opinion may change, I may change, but the ring will not change. Look at the ring and remember me. Don't look at me and remember the ring, then you will remember suffering. You look at ring, this will never change. So this will also benefit of doubt may not change. Otherwise everything changes. My nature, character, behavior, everything changes. What doesn't change? The gift I gave. That is it. So then we move on to the viewpoints. First one, Druk, Drishya, Anvaya, Vyatireka. Madhusudana Saraswati, as I already told you, dealt with it briefly. Ramaraya will elaborate. And Madhusudana Saraswati in the end says where more elaborated detailed discussion is available, that we will discuss when it comes. So now, Druk, Drishya, Anvaya, Vyatireka. The seer and the seen. Druk, the seer, Drishya, the seen. The seer is Brahman, the seen is universe. The Brahman, which is always there, not subject to change in all of our experiences. Universe, sometimes there, sometimes not there, always changing. So the universe is Vyatireka, Brahman is Anvaya. What should we hold on to? We have to remain with Anvaya and not with Vyatireka. You have to say. Suppose we see the universe, immediately this thought will come to our mind. Universe is Vyatireka, seen is Vyatireka, seer is Anvaya. So let me be conscious of the seer and not identify with the seen. My God, whole world, thoughts are seen, emotions are seen, feelings are seen, objects are seen, experiences are seen, mind is seen, intellect is seen, memory is seen, ego is seen. People claim about seen, closed. Seen. Like that, seen. Everything is seen. What is this here? He alone is this here. Next time when we open our eyes and see, oh, universe is there. Universe, this is good, that is good, there we can go, here we can, that is all fine. But sadhana aspect, universe, seer, seen, seen. Seen is Vyatireka, seer is Anvaya. Remain with the seer. Don't come conscious, who is seeing this universe? By whom this universe is being seen? Even though the mind sees, my eyes see. By whom? The mind also is being seen. The seer. See. Anything in the universe will look around. Something pulls, something attracts. You immediately remember, Vyatireka, change. It's all Vyatireka. Remain with Anvaya. Finished. What a beautiful sir. Beautiful sir. If you try once in a week or 1 week, Druk, Drishya, Anvaya, Vyatireka. Second week, Sakshi, Sakshya, Anvaya, Vyatireka. Weekend, time pass, practice. The witness and what is witnessed. Seer, seen. Witness, witnessed. And witness of everything. And that is witness. Witness is Brahman or pure consciousness. Witness again is the universe. That is witness and witness. That is, this is the Sakshi, Sakshya, and Vyatireka. At least in the level of witness. So witness exists always. It never goes. It is Anvaya. The witnessed always change. That is why it has Vyatireka to the witness. The witnessed has got Vyatireka to the witness. The witness is Anvaya. Third week. Agamapai tat avadhya Anvaya Vyatireka. Agamapai tat avadhya Anvaya Vyatireka. What has the beginning and an end? What limits it? Simple. That is the effect and the cause. Effect and the cause Anvaya Vyatireka. The cause as Anvaya with reference to effect. That based on that only golden. Mud pots, mud lids, mud utensils, stainless steel utensils, copper utensils, silver, very costly, silver nails. Like that. Silver remains the same as silver. But ornaments keep on changing, items keep on changing, utensils keep on changing. Cause and effect. Cause is the same. It doesn't change. Effects change. Cause remains the same. Apply this to anything. Cause and effects. The ultimate cause is the Supreme Consciousness. Transformative cause is Maya. Transfigurative cause is substratum, on which all this is superimposed. That is the supreme cause. The rest all is effect. All effects will change. All effects will change. Any effect is temporary. Even the so-called popularity, so-called special glow, so-called following of people, so-called praising, honoring, all are effects of some cause inside, some good talent. That may remain, these things will go. How long people will celebrate functions? One function, two functions, three, even after they get bored and then they have to see albums and then the digital album and then feel happy. That's all effects. Then, next, Dukhi Parama Premaspada Anvaya Vyatireka. Dukhi Parama Premaspada. What is miserable versus what is the supreme object of love? What is miserable is the world. What is the supreme object of love? It is Brahma. Ramaraya reveals elaborately, we will see it then. The world has Vyatireka with reference to Brahman, and Brahman has Anvaya. Brahman remains always the same. Parama Premaspada, supreme object of love, always remains the same. But the world which is full of misery keeps on changing, keeps on changing, keeps on changing. And then Madhusudana says there is a fifth type also. He doesn't give any specific name. He says like this: what persists in all changing things? Fifth one. What persists in all changing things, and what is changing so does not persist. This is also taken. So Brahman persists in everything, but things are always changing. They don't persist. So things are Vyatireka. Brahman is Anvaya. So these are some instances of reasoning conducive to Vedanta to make this the spiritual aspirant, the sadhaka, hold on to Anvaya and move away mentally from Vyatireka. And then slowly, deep rooted in Anvaya, what is changeless, what is not subject to change, what is always present, remain there. These are the ways how to get back into that, move away from it. So then, Madhusudana says this analysis is explained in Brahma Sutras, and that is there. And also, Madhusudana Saraswati himself has written a text called as Vedanta Kalpalatika. Madhusudana only says, if you want more details, read the Vedanta Kalpalatika, where this is available. And I think Ramaraya also refers to Vedanta Kalpalatika later on. So that is what is there. Before going into Ramaraya, we will see the other thing. One man was talking to his friend. I am working for the support of literature. I love literature. I support the literature, the cause of the literature. I am working for the support of the literature. What are you doing? The friend asked him. I am making book covers. That is my support of the literature. That is only an external thing. It is not real support. Vyatireka is like that. Anvaya is the real support. Vyatireka is only superficial support. Rekha was saying this to Sandeep. Sandeep, see how that boy is annoying our sweetie, their niece. How that boy is annoying our sweetie. And then Sandeep said, he is not even looking at this girl. And then Rekha says, that is what is annoying also. That is what is annoying. Not by looking, teasing, proposing. Not looking, that also is a problem. If we follow that, not looking at the world will get restless. We keep on looking, we will get restless. If you don't look at the world, the technique is Anvaya Vyatireka technique. What is Vyatireka, what is Anvaya? That's all. It's simple. If any offer is a tempting offer, and which is a distraction, Vyatireka or Anvaya? If it is Anvaya, hold it. Anvaya, go ahead, plunge into it. Vyatireka, drop it. Stay with Anvaya. Simple. What to decide, how to decide, whom to ask, no need to. This is simple technique which is given. Once the teacher asked the student, come on, tell me the spelling of the word straight. The word straight. And he gave correct spelling with alphabet, each alphabet he gave spelling. And then the teacher asked, what does it mean? Straight means what? The student says, without water or soda, direct. His experience is like that, what to do. Somebody else in the house might be taking the straight or mixed, straight. He understood straight means that. How can you do? Because of the experience, straight. You can't do anything. So at that time they should think, what is Vyatireka, what is Anvaya? Straight is Vyatireka. That which is already straight is Anvaya. That is there inside, it is already straight Brahman. All bent, crooked thing only is mind. So what is Anvaya, what is Vyatireka, you have to understand. Once there was a news item, it was said like this. There is a famous South Indian actress who is very good at housekeeping. Very good at housekeeping. Every time she gets divorced, she keeps the house. Housekeeping. Meaning looks very, very distracting, misleading. Something else is happening and something else is being said. So then, in the roots, Sidhantha Sindhu, in the roots, Moola, Gnana means Vrittijanya Anubhavam. In the Moola, in the roots level, Moola, why are you showing up? Moola is down for tree. This is Brahma Moola. Urdhva Moola Madhusudana, 15th chapter of Gita. Urdhva Moola Madhusudana. So like that Moola, root. So, Gnanam means Vrittijanya Anubhavam. Experience born out of Vritti. Not merely knowing. Merely knowing in the transactional level. In the highest level, Gnanam means Vrittijanya Anubhavam. The experience born out of Vritti. Vedanta Vichara is an activity, is a Kriya. Hence, Sravana Manana are included here, and this is a duty for all Sravana Manana and Nidhyasana, and including Anvaya Vyatireka also. So then, Anvayam, little more explanation. Anvayam, this is from Ramaraya. Anvayam is equal to be Anugatam. To be Anugatam means to accompany, to follow, to go along with. To accompany or to follow or to go along with. Anvayam. He deals with it in a different way. To accompany, to follow or to go along with. Vyatireka means to oppose, to remove, to come to an end, to cease, to disappear. To remove, to come to an end, to cease, to disappear. Vyatireka means. Now he starts this analysis, Ramaraya. Drik Drishya Anvaya Vyatireka, Ramaraya. Drik means Atma, Drishya means Anatma. His version, Ramaraya version. Drik means Atma, Drishya means Anatma. So then, Drik means Chaitanya. Chaitanya means Atma. Atma remains in all the three states of existence. Jagrata-avastha, Swapna-avastha, Sushupta-avastha. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. The Atma remains. The Chaitanya remains. Drishya means Anatma. It does not remain like that. Whatever is in waking state does not remain in dream state. Whatever is in dream state does not remain in deep sleep state. Whatever apparently appears to be remaining in deep sleep state will never remain in fourth state. Simple. He says, Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha doesn't remain in Ajnana, that is Karana, causal body, Sushupti, and that also doesn't remain in Samadhi. In Samadhi, experience of Samadhi, this also doesn't remain. Neither Jagrata, nor Swapna, nor Sushupti. Sushupti also doesn't remain. The causal body. Going beyond Jnana, that also doesn't remain. So, Atma is everywhere. It experiences all states, all things, all the waking world, all the waking world, all of the deep sleep world. It experiences. It says if there is no experience, then there is no one to witness. The witness is the proof of even deep sleep. The witness alone is the proof that he is there, he is remaining there. All these other states, if you do not stand, they do not remain. So, Jnanam is Anugadam. It follows, it accompanies, it goes along with the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, running. The witness, Anugadam, all where it is there. That which is Anugadam is Satyam. That which is not Anugadam is not Satyam. So Anugadam to all, accompanies all. Jnanam is everywhere. The Jnanam means Atma. That is everywhere, that is always there. What is not? Anugatam is not. And he gives an example there. Rope and snake. Snake is Nitya, that is not Anugatam. It doesn't remain. Always. Only in the state of delusion, when the light is not there over, that only it remains. Once that ignorance is gone, light is brought, rope is in, gone. But rope is always Anugatam. Even while we are seeing the delusion of a snake, rope is still there. It's still there. Even if instead of snake, what snake always we see garland instead of rope. Nice, no? Garland is nice. And sometimes people may see a crack in the earth. The rope looks like a crack in the earth. That also they can see. That also is possible. Whatever we see, the rope is still there. That is Anvaya. And whatever is not Anvaya is Vyatireka. So, Drik Atma is Satyam. Drishyam Anatma is Asatyam. What is Anugatam is Satyam, what is not Anugatam is Asatyam. Something else for a variety. Ramaraya. Second one, Sakshi, Saksha, Anvaya, Vyatireka. Sakshi means, according to Ramaraya Kavi, one who sees Saksha, one who sees evidently, one who sees vividly, one who sees actually, one who sees directly, one who sees in person, one who sees openly. Please remember these words. Very important. Later on, we will recollect. One who sees Saksha. Saksha, evidently, vividly, actually, directly, openly, in person. That is called as Saksha. One who sees Saksha. Sakshyam means Drishyam. In the whole body, there is only one Drashta. That is the witness. The Antakaranam plus body, objects, outside objects, all are Bhinna, different, and Anekam, many. And whereas the Sakshi, Ekam, one. These are all Bhinnam, Anekam. And Andonya Bhinnam, each is different from the other. They are all different from the witness, each is different from the other. All the objects. But that is Ekam. What is going to be? Ekam, Anyonya Bhinnam, Anekam. Ekam. Ekam versus Anyonya Bhinnam and Anekam. Ekam is only one, Anekam not more than one. Not one, more than one. Any Bhinnam different. So, in all the bodies there is only one witness. Body, ego, indriyas, and various other things are all Drishya, many. Sarvatra Sakshya Anugatam is Anvayam for the witness. The witness is there all through. Sarvatra Sakshi everywhere. Sarvatra Sakshi Sakshi, Anugatam is Anvaya for witness, and there is Vyatireka for Sakshyam, which is Drishyam. So Sakshi is Satyam, Sakshyam is Nitya. So remain with what is Satyam. Let go of what is Nitya. What we have to surrender to God is all what is Nitya, which we are thinking it is Satyam, and thinking it is I, thinking it is mine. These are all causing us mental residuals, emotional residuals of lower consciousness levels. Self-identity is a mental belief system. These are the things. You have to surrender. Surrender that. Now the third one. Agamakai tad avadhya anvaya vyatireka. Agamam means utpatti, means srishti. Agamam means utpatti, means srishti, means creation. Apayam means pralayam, merging, everything dissolves, disappears, merges, vanishes. Agamapali, those which come and go, those which are born and dying. Body, onwards, all things, including subtle body, the contents of the subtle body, antakarana, contents of antakarana, all outer objects, everything that we see in this creation, all are Agamapaya. You might remember one sloka from second chapter, Agamapaya, Manitya, Agamapaya, from Bhagavad Gita. Agamapaya. They will come and they will go. What will come, what will go, don't bother about that. Anything. Now this doesn't mean tomorrow the wife tells the husband, my brother and my father and mother are coming. You go to the airport to receive them. Why go? Agama. They come, they go. They have come many times, they have gone many times. I have to be with Anvaya, not Vyatireka. In next moment onwards, we will see real example of Vyatireka. We cannot stand Vyatireka afterwards. That is not for practicality, it is for analysis inside. Inside we may think, mother-in-law, father-in-law, Vyatireka. Maybe they are Vyatireka also, I don't know. So, Anvaya. Only for example, not external. So then, Drishyas like bodies, and the avadhi for them is Atma. Avadhi, the limit, the ultimate, where they cannot function anymore there. The Atma. These do not touch Atma. They stop near the Atma. All coming, going, everything comes, goes, does tamasha and goes. But they can't touch Atma. Atma is avadhi for them. So that is why it is said here, all effects arise out of the Karana and afterwards merge into the Karana. Hence Karanam is the avadhi for Karyam. More explanation. Ramaraya. Karanam is the avadhi, limit for Karyam. So without one avadhi, boundary limit, there cannot be Srishti or Pralaya. This limit is there. For Srishti or Pralaya, there should be something, avadhi, from where it comes and to where it goes. That is the limit. Afterwards, there is no creation continues. Creation ends into one thing. Creation comes out of one thing. One thing has to be there. Even the science, subatomic particles come out of one thing and merge back into one thing. They don't know. That's something. So hence, everything else in the Sushti, starting from Anus and Paramanus onwards, up to these grossest things, all are ending up in Pranaya. Hence must have a limit. That limit or boundary is Atma. So Atma is Satyam. All other things are Asatyam. Atma is Anvaya. All other things are Vyatireka. Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha Aksharam Tamasi Vijate Tamah Pare Deve. These are all various Shruti statements that Ramaraya recites and said these are all Brahmanas which say Atman is not different from Brahman. And Atman, which is not different from Brahman, is the place of merger for body, for mind, for intellect, for ego, for sense objects, for sense organs, for all of them. For example, in deep sleep, all of them end, merge. Then Atma alone is there. And that is the place of birth, that is the place of death for all. Atma has no limit because it is Anugatam. And it is not Agama, it is not coming and going. Rest all are coming and going. Atma alone is the final limit, Avadhi. Atma, Aja, Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Purana. Atma is unborn, Aja, Nitya, eternal, Shashvata, permanent, Purana, Purana, most ancient but most fresh, most recent. Like that. So, all body, mind, intellect, everything, sense organs are all bound by Srishti, bound by Pralaya. Coming, going, birth, death. Atma alone is the limit, boundary. That alone is Anugatam, following. Everything it follows. Full or filled with. Anugatam here also means full or filled with following. Not only following, Ramaraya gave this another meaning. Full or filled with. Everything is full or filled with Brahman. And all other things are empty. It means Ekam, so Atma is Nitya Satyam, and body, mind, senses, everything is Anityam. So don't be with Anityam, be with Nityam and Satyam. Next, fourth one. Dukhi Parama Premaspada Anvaya Vyatireka. This also it takes up very nicely. Dukhi Parama Premaspada Anvaya Vyatireka. One man went to a modern art exhibition, and there it was said, a small notes were kept there, that don't merely watch it, but express your opinion. Express your opinion. So, near to that painting, modern art, that artist also will be moving around. Each artist is given one block, so that artist will be moving around. So one man went there and started looking and felt inspired and felt so excited, and then he wanted to comment and said, "Wow!" And he looked at the person who was reading. "Wow! It is really, my mouth is watering. It is looking so delicious, and my mouth is watering." What? Looking at the sunrise, your mouth is watering and delicious? And that man, "Oh, sunrise! I thought it is a Friday." Now what can you say about it? He is understanding it like that. And somebody else may see it as a mango. And what a beautiful thing. But actually it is sunrise. It is one thing, and this fellow will understand another thing. What can you do? So, just because we see and then we get experience and we get identified and we are responding and we are identifying, it is not real. So, Vyatireka was always like that. The whole world is like that, Vyatireka. And what is not subject to change, what is always there is Anvaya. What is really the source of all joy is Anvaya. Temporary joy, fragmented joy is Vyatireka. Wife complained to husband, "You are not remembering my birthday. This time also you forgot." The husband says, "How can I remember, darling? You never look older. You never look older. You look much younger. How can I?" She kept quiet. To keep the mind quiet, we need to have Anvaya prayer. So then, now this analysis is good. Dukhi Premaspada Anvaya Vyatireka. Dukhi meaning miserable. Miserable. What are miserable? Body, indriyas, etc. And what is Parama Premaspada? Most lovable, sought after thing. Atma. How to understand? Ramaraya says. Point number 1. Death is misery. Difficulties are miserable. And he also says, every day, coming into contact with urine and fecal matter, storing them, releasing them, also is miserable. Hence, he says, body is misery. What is it? There is pain in the body. So many other things in the body. Body is. Next, internal organ, mind. If it is unsatisfied, misery. In a moment you can get not satisfied. Desires not fulfilled, misery. Disappointment, misery. If there are defects, misery. If there is a change, misery. If there is agitation, misery. If there is incompleteness, misery. So many internal organ, so many things, etc., etc., etc. So many things in cause misery. And is it a happiness or misery? Misery. We are facing, we are experiencing every time misery. Next, indriyas. Sense organs. Sometimes they function okay, sometimes they function not okay. And then they start depleting, they start becoming weak. Sometimes there is some problem, sometimes there is something adjusted. And even when they are working also they are temporary. They don't give us complete knowledge. So, like that, various other beings and then relatives and then animals and so many things are all also come under the category of miserable. Then money, dhanam. So much of tension for the people who overdid the income taxes should not be given full information, full taxation, how it is possible. Then if you can't give whole money for full taxation, then you have to take the help of an auditor or chartered accountant. That person also sometimes they take advantage of it. And then hiding this, disclose that, and the moment we start earning, government is ready to take taxes. No, not only taxes, half tax. Then you invest somewhere, that goes further. Give loan to somebody, that fellow forgets. You remind that fellow reacts. And you took loan somewhere, that fellow is also sitting on your head along with Dasa. Money, misery. Money is misery only. Wherever the money is, including in a hundi, it will attract the person who is appointed to worship, it will attract. What can you do? Vyatireka. People go with it. Alright. Anything you can. Anywhere it can. So, this is all miserable. So, he says all these are miserable. Entire effects that are born are miserable. These are all kashtadayakam. They give difficulties. And difficulties is there. That is all Ramaraya is. Dhanam gives kashtam. They are kashtadayakam. Kashtam is misery. Kashtam is misery. That is all misery. What is not giving kashtam? Kashtam also gives kashtam. Everything gives kashtam. So then, he said, Atma alone has no birth, no modification, no change, no decay, no death. That is not misery. And that is Sat Chit Ananda Rupam, the real, conscious, blissful form. It is pure, it is eternal. It is Nitya Aparoksham. Nitya Aparoksham means it is available for direct cognition and it is in the presence of, we are always in the presence of it and it can be visible but right now it is not visible. So then it is Advitiya, non-dual. Atma is Akhandam, indivisible. It is Asangam, unattached. Sarvagavi, all-pervading. Because of this reason, it is Parama Premaspadam Atma. Everybody wants to be permanent, to be everywhere, to be in everything. Everything should be under control for eternity and to be beyond all these effects, beyond all these impacts, beyond the misery. What is all that? Everybody loves only one thing, that which is beyond all difficulties and miseries. And there is only one thing that is beyond, that is Atma. That is why everybody loves oneself more than anything else. I love myself. That is why I love everything. So I love myself. What is that myself? Is it mind? It is ego? Is it intellect? That is not all that. That which illumines all of that. Actually the I-ness, original I is only Atma, Pratyagatma. And that Pratyagatma is not different from Paramatma. Everybody loves oneself and everybody loves others also. What is that which is lovable in everybody? All change, all difficulties, all misery. When somebody gives difficulty, when somebody gives misery, do we love them? But still what is there in them which is most lovable by them? It is Atma. and which actually has validity, that is Atma. Everybody loves oneself. That which is loved by all in themselves is only one, that is Atma. So it is object of supreme love of all. Everybody loves that only, and that is only Atma. Temporarily they may love body, temporarily they may love senses, there is other, but actually what everybody loves is only Atma. That is why the body goes no problem, and the organ goes no problem. Other day we have seen, we have already seen that in Sidhantha, we have already, earlier days we have seen that analysis, how body, sense organs, everything, person goes on identifying with, finally with oneself only, the ego. So for the sake of ego, he is ready to leave any other defect anywhere, he is ready to amputate, he is ready to leave, he is ready to forgo. He can't leave himself. That also can be given up when he knows what is real I. So that is what is lovable everybody. And Parama Prema Sthanam is Atma. The place of Parama Prema for everybody is Atma. And that Atma is Ekam and it is Anugata. Everywhere it is. Which is full, which is following, which is accompanying, which is everything, which is everywhere. Next one, Dukkham. In that only, another analysis. Dukkham is equal to Anatma, Parama Prema is equal to Atma. So be with that Parama Prema and then don't be with that Dukkham. Now we go to the fifth one. Anuvritta, Vyavritta, Anvaya Vyatireka. Ramaraya Kavi gave the name. Anuvritta, Vyavritta, Anvaya Vyatireka. Brahman is the Adhishthana for the world. And that is Atma. It is following always everything. So it is Anvaya. And Avidya, which is Kalpita in the Atma, and the Jagat, which is again Kalpita in the Atma, is not Anubhagam and Vyatireka. Avidya also, Avidya Kalpita, Jagat also is all Vyatireka. And what is Anvaya is only Brahman. Like rope and snake example. Like nigger and silver example. So, be with the Anvaya and don't bother about the Vyatireka. If in this manner, if we keep going, then where we will end up? We will be with Anvaya. Every now and then if we have this Anvaya Vyatireka, then what happens? Instead of identifying with the world, involved in the world, lost in the world, we will be conscious and will at least be alert, aware, and then watchful, and then alert and alertly vigilant towards this Anvaya. Yatastato Brahma Saradvidiyam Vikalpa Sunyam Nirupadhi Nirmalam Nirantarananda Pranam Niriham Niraspadam Kevalamekhameva Shankaracharya says how to always remain with Brahman. Keep these pointers in mind, he says. What is that? Yatastato Brahma Sadatvidiyam Vikalpa Sunyam Nirupadi Nirmalam. Brahman alone is Sat. It is real. That alone is real. If I am facing any inconvenience, that is not real. If I am facing any insult, that is not real. If I am facing any loss, that is not real. Facing any suffering, that is not real. Brahman alone is real. Yatastato Brahma Saradvidiyam Advidiyam non-dual. So there is no second to feel, to experience, to this, to that, no second. Non-dual Brahman alone is real. Vikalpa Shunyam, there is no Vikalpa. Nothing can interfere in that oneness with Brahman, in that awareness and consciousness of oneness with Brahman. That's all. There is no even knower, knowing, known. Meditator, meditating, meditated. There is even not even that. No Vikalpa, no Tripudi, except that non-dual Brahman. Vikalpa Shunyam, Nirupadi Nirmala, Nirupadi. Brahman has no upadi, no body, no mind, no intellect, no avidya, no adhyasa, nothing. No Jagat, nothing is there. Nirupadi Nirmala, absolutely pure, Nirmalam. Nothing greater impurity than that, absolutely pure. Nirantarananda Ghanam Niriham. And what is it? Nirantarananda Ghanam. It is a mass of continuous state of Ananda. Continuous state of Ananda. Nirantarananda Ghanam Niriham. Continuous state of Ananda. Niriham. It does not have any desire. Why do human have desire? Because we want Ananda. Because we think we are not Ananda. We are incomplete. We are dissatisfied. We are unfulfilled desires. We have so many things to achieve, attain, so many places to go, so many miles to travel. And that is why we want to desire fulfillment, desire satisfaction, because we are not right now Ananda. We want to become Ananda there afterwards in that place at that time because of that object divided by time, place and objectivity. But here the Brahman is in this place, in this time, whatever is there, whatever is not there, objectless consciousness which is full of Ananda. Nirandara, Nirantarananda Ghanam Niriham. It is continuous state of Ananda. It is not broken Ananda, once in a while Ananda, weekend Ananda, time, one place Ananda, one object Ananda. What are our Anandas? One object may be Ananda, another object is miserable, same object at different time miserable, same object different place miserable, same place next time you visit misery, same person repeatedly you meet misery, same object repeatedly experience misery. Where is Nirantarananda? Antarananda, Antaraya Ananda. Avantarananda. That is all is there. Where is it? Nirantarananda Ghanam Niriham. Nirantarananda Ghanam. Continuous state of happiness, which is a mass of continuous state of happiness. That is all it is. Continuous. Nirantarananda Ghanam Niriham. No desires at all. Niraspadam Kevalamekam. It is not limited or restricted to any place. Niraspadam. It is not restricted to any site. It is not restricted to any room. It is not confined to anything. Niraspadam Kevalam Ekam Eva. It is Kevalam. One alone. Without a second. Kevalam. Only itself is there. Ekam Eva. One alone. Only one. One and the only. Niraspadam Kevalam Ekam Eva. So Adi Shankaracharya says, this way we keep thinking of Brahman. Brahman is this, Brahman is that, Brahman is that, Brahman is that. Mind gets purified, mind gets elevated, automatically lower residuals of lower levels of consciousness fall apart, and mind falls apart, and ignorance and everything fall apart, and they remain in the Nirantara Brahmakara Vritti and experience Nirantara Ananda. By their grace, we can experience that, and we can be that. And that alone is the reality. Still something more remains to be concluded in 8th sloka. Perhaps we will conclude it tomorrow for sure. And thereafter was 9 and 10. That's all it is. Om Vagishwaraya Vidmahe. Om Vagishwaraya Vidmahe. Hayagrivaya Dhimahi. Hayagrivaya Dhimahi. Tanno Hayagriva Prachodaya. Akshareshwaraya Vidmahe. Om Akshareshwaraya Vidmahe. Mantrarajaya Dhimahi. Mantrarajaya Dhimahi. Tanno Hayagriva Prachodaya. Tanno Hayagriva Prachodaya. Hayagriva, Hayagriva, Hayagriva. Hayagriva, Hayagriva, Hayagriva. Om Hamsasoham. Om Hamsasoham. Vishwavatirna Rupaya. विद्याराजमङ्गलम् विष्णवे मङ्गलम् विष्णवे मङ्गलम् हयवदना मङ्गलम् हयवदना मङ्गलम् विष्णवे मङ्गलम् विष्णवे मङ्गलम् हयग्रीव मङ्गलम् हयग्रीव मङ्गलम् हयग्रीव मङ्गलम् हयग्रीव मङ्गलम् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा मृदङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीपरम